Welcome to Intro to Judging Technology for Illinois First Tech Challenge tour, uh, tournaments. So you'll start at one of these three links if you're a judge, and you get to this page where you type in your password, which is the same as your dashboard password. And you should see something like this if you're doing the February 27th event. Obviously, this will change depending upon what event you're in, but you want to click on rankings, not, sorry, you want to click on judging, not rankings. This is your key page. First thing you want to do is go to the deliberation room where you're going to meet all your other fellow judges, but this is the most important page. And of course, you'll be put in your teams, but this is going to be your schedule, your follow-up schedule, places for notes, and you can always come back to this room. When you break up into your morning rooms, you're going to go to this schedule. And this is what your dashboard says. So lots of information. This is you, the judge, microphone. Obviously, this is pretty straightforward. You're pretty familiar with this stuff, but know your dashboard. Now, the key thing here is you have to have two judges in the room before you can admit any students. So here's one team ready to be admitted. And you never leave your room. You'll ask the students to leave, but you will never leave your room, and you're going to work down this list. Let's say you want to see some of the documentation, the engineering portfolio, the control submission. You just pull down one of these buttons right there. And that's how you get access to the engineering portfolio. Now, who's in your room? So this tells you that you have two judges and a student. And when you're at the end of your interview, you could, of course, remove somebody. And that removes the whole team. You'll have to ask the students who wants to be the presenter, and then you have to switch presenting. If that's only if they're going to show you a PowerPoint or some other audio visualizations. But if they're just talking, they don't need to be made presenter. After 15 minutes, the team leaves or you actually remove them from your room. And of course, if you want to take notes, you're welcome to take notes at the Notes tab. And there's a variety of ways you can take notes, 5 different notepads. So if you think that this team was particularly good on design, you can leave a note here. And then you go back to your other morning schedule, and you're just going to work down the list. When you're looking at the portfolio, you'll also need to do feedback, and you do your feedback as a group team if you can, and you'll know that this part is done when the green check is there. The judge advisors will, of course, be checking on that throughout the day. At the end of your morning interviews, you'll go back to the main deliberation room, and you could, of course, put in more notes. And the notes have a variety of different ways that you could edit them. Then you'll have lunch, compliments of Grubhub, and then you'll go to the afternoon scheduling. And the afternoon scheduling, you're put in the groups. This is an example of the design team ready to admit a member online. And this tells you that when you're trying to go visit with this other team member that they're busy. So here's the follow-up members. So when you're done with that interview, you could remove this team and move on to anyone in this group. Remember, there's a 90-minute section, and you have to see one or some or maybe all of these, but probably not all of them. You'll just be doing one or two or three. So now you're ready to visit, or they're ready to visit you since your room is empty, and you can invite them in. Now we're going to go to the deliberation room, and this is when we have the conversation.